Passing Energy with your host, Priest. With your host, Priest. When this smoke starts yapping, that's it. Priest. When that's it. Prepare to be enlightened and entertained. When that's it. Hey guys, Priest here. Welcome to another episode of Passing Energy. I won't be a little candid right now about my purpose and why I create the podcast, because I recorded the Meghan Markle episode with Prince Harry and I wasn't feeling it. And when I didn't feel the urge to edit it, like it just didn't do anything for me. And I'm like, okay, Priest, what do you want to do? Are you trying to be like every other content creator that talks about every viral story? Or are you going to talk about something that what you feel is either close to home, as in what relates to me, or what you feel is important to talk about, or you just want to talk about just surface level conversation about people? Because my feelings about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, like I said in my post, I feel like her experience is real as the sky is blue. But the empathy stops there because I felt like she entered the lion's den willingly. She was not blindsided at all. And I don't like when people try to just tell the story. Don't play it up. And I had to keep reminding myself that she's an actress and I don't want to diminish her experience because it's true. Like Lovely T said, I don't want to be emotionally manipulated by this. Just tell your story. I would have believed her regardless, because I feel like they kind of started the whole race thing back in the day, with slavery. I'm from the Commonwealth country and my ancestors came from Africa, and Britain was the one who brought us over to the Bahamas, and they rule over us. I still understand why we have a queen if we are independent, but hey, that's another conversation for another part. Hey guys, fact check. Sorry. Gotta do my own baby mystery. The British came in power in 1718. Christopher Columbus came from Spain, and he was the one who found the Bahamas, but the Bahamas was basically deserted, and some British people came over in 1718. That's how they colonized the Bahamas. So yeah. But anyway, they still was in charge of the whole slave thing and everything, even though they was not the one who brought it to the Bahamas. It was the Spanish. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I wish her all the best, her and Harry. I'm sure they're gonna be fine. $40 million is a lot of money, which I would love to see and more in my lifetime. But let's move on to what I really find more interesting, and that hits, I feel like, mostly every black home. This whole thing with Kirk Franklin and his son, I feel like this is a real conversation that we need to break down. I'll play y'all the audio that went viral, and then we'll get back to the conversation.
Up a piece of paper.
Okay, if you think I'm reading this paper, let me say it like this. When your bitch ass starts getting disrespected, you need to get your skinny motherfucking ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your ass. Because
I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Shut the fuck up. I'm old.
Shut up. I will punch your neck, nigga, if you ever disrespect me.
I did it.
Okay, so you heard the recording of Kirk Franklin and his son exchange, which is very unhealthy. And one thing about people who are doing the recording, because I'm not going to paint his son as this whole victim, because when you know you're recording someone, you're going to be on your best behavior because you're trying to use it as receipts to put him on blast, which obviously he did. But it's crazy how when I first saw the story, I didn't felt no empathy for the son, because like I was just like any person of color who's like, who haven't been cussed out by their parents. I mean, me personally have never been cussed out by my parent, but there's different form of verbal and mental abuse. And I realized that we normalize that in our community. If we don't look deeper, extend from slavery, that trauma. That's a different topic for another podcast, but I want to touch on it a little bit. We never actually got over the trauma of slavery. Our parents, our great-grandparents were freed, and then they raised kids, and their kids raise kids, and that circle of hurt just pass on to different generation. And we never got no type of healing, no type of counseling for that type of abuse. So us talking to our kids the way we do, it's like it's fine. Who haven't? It's like that's not normal. We gotta stop normalizing that. We need to change that, break that generational curse of pain. Passing Energy is sponsored by The Graphic Shop, an online design and print store. If you need graphic design and don't want to break the bank, why don't you book them at the convenience of your home or office? You can reach them at The Graphic Shack 242 on all their social platforms. The Graphic Shack 242. Peace. I noticed people looking from a different angle when it came to Kirk Franklin and his son. They say, oh, his son's looking for attention, which I believe he is. Obviously, he's not financially secure in the way he wants to be, so he's using this clip to go viral to do two things: to get his father attention. No, three things actually: to get his father attention, to hurt his father, and to get some type of fame and clout off of this. So that was basically the surface level of what was going on. If you look deeper, because his sister said something very interesting. She responded him on his Instagram, and then she did a live video. She mentioned that, oh, he was a black privileged man and he had a silver spoon growing up. And I realized, and I'm not taken away, because I'm sure she had her own experience with her brother. Only thing she could do is defend her father, and she only could respond on a surface level. The famous couple we love to say in the black community is, what all I've done for you. Other kids ain't have this. Why you crying about this and da. You should get over it. You got clothes on your back, right? We feed you, right? You have a house over your head. You went to night school. What's the problem? And that's how we basically moonwalk out of being accountable for our actions. And calling out a black parent is like trying to call out the star up above. It's like, what are you doing? What's the problem? You ungrateful. You even can complain. And that's what we like to do. But I'm not trying to accuse Kirk Franklin of mental abuse, because I don't know the in-depth of the relationship between him and his son. Only him, his son, his family, and God know what really going on. But what I got from what I've seen from this situation, it goes down to, in my opinion, down to family structure. Kirk Franklin, his son is from a previous relationship. That's his first child. And what we do in the black community is that we have kids with people outside of marriage. And we don't understand the long-lasting effect it has for children, because I'm sure Kirk Franklin did everything materialistic for his son. I'm sure he invited him on trips, sleepovers at the house, but at the end of the day, the son still goes home to his mother. And when that son goes home to his mother, all he's seeing, his family playing house. A complete picture without him in it. When he maybe going to, I don't know, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, seeing his father up with his wife and his kids, all smiling, having a great time, and he home with his mother. And he started to envy that and be like, oh, my dad. And then that started to play with the kid's mind, like, oh, my dad don't love me. That's something we don't like to talk about. We just having these children so freely, not knowing how the child feels. Child support could only do so much. The children actually want a father. The children actually want a mother. That's what kids need. They need that balance. And inviting your kids to stay a couple days in the house isn't going to make up for not living there full time. I think he envies that, and he blames his father for not being full time in his life. I really do believe, I think that's the root of it. I'm sure confronting a black parent is rough, and he probably was battling this over the years with his father. As far as his father concerns, that, what you want me to do? I did all I can. You live with your mom. And then everyone be like, oh, get over it. You grown. You don't outgrow trauma. It's like, oh, you 33, get over it. It's like, that's not how trauma works. Like I said, it goes back to slavery. When the slave master beat you down, you have to get back up. And you have to get back to work or eat or starve. Something bad's gonna happen to you. That's why we ain't got time to cry. We ain't got time to worry about feelings. We ain't got time to worry about anything else. It's time to move on. That's why the empathy lacks in the black community. That's why we're not even trying to study lasting effect of our parents' action. Holding parents accountable is literally non-existing in the black community. I realize that. Now, not all but the majority of the black community, we don't believe in holding parents accountable. So I think his son, even though I don't agree with his son's action to put your father on blast, you should never do stuff like that. But they need to find a way. The son definitely needs to. His respect for his father was dead long time. Was literally decaying from he was a kid. And when as soon as he turned 18, and his father don't have to be all the way in his life like that. The market's like, okay, you're a grown man now. You gotta defend on your own. Not saying that's how it happened, but knowing now that he's 18 now and his dad's not obligated to basically nurture him the way he wanted to be growing up, and then seeing his little sister and his brother or whatever being treated like a real family, that pissed him off. That really do leave lasting effect on kids, and we gotta stop that. That is the root of the problem. We gotta stop creating kids outside of marriage. If you have no plans to marry this man or this woman, don't create no children with them. I don't believe in abortion, but just protect yourself. Trust me, y'all gonna damage these kids emotionally. And then when these children want to talk about, y'all don't want to talk about, because you know why? It's hard to admit your flaws. As half a black parent, I only could talk about black people because I'm black. Now, it might be in other communities, but I only could talk about what I know. It's hard for us to admit something because it's like, we failed. Oh, you blaming me. Oh, I did my best. Yeah, I know you did your best. But can we talk about, you help form the way I think, but you don't want to take on, you only want to take accountability if I do well. But when I do bad, it's like, nope, diming, that's on you. My success is from you, but my failure is not from you. So that's my take on it. I would like to dive more deeper into this topic, but that's for another podcast. I wish Kirk Franklin and his son, I don't remember his name, sorry. I wish them the best. I wish for them healing, and I hope this is a way to open up a conversation that we all need to have in our family. Let's talk about the hard things. And parents, you have the ability to listen to your kids. Your kids have feelings. It's like we don't believe in kids having feelings, having any type of sense. We gotta stop it. Let's normalize a healthy family, a family that talks. Do not try to just say, oh, we're gonna pray about it. We gotta pray and we gotta do the work. And the pastor is not a trained therapist. Y'all need to get a family therapist and work stuff out. I know Kirk Franklin said they're working on therapy together with the son and everything. I feel like something's still missing in that therapy session. I don't know if Kirk Franklin is not owning up to certain things, or if his son is not ready to move on. So I don't know. Either or, I wish him the best. I know he came out with an apology. He did mention that he wants to keep the relationship working on. And I hope you do. I hope that's not just for all of us to view and be like, oh, they're working on, because people are so easy to be manipulated emotionally. It's like I don't see it happen. So, but I like Kirk Franklin. I wish the best. That's all I gotta say for now. To be continued as the world and me watch. Peace out. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Passing Energy. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram at Passing Energy 242, Twitter Passing Energy 24, and also if you want to support the channel, hit up our Patreon. Thanks a lot. Much love to you all. Peace.